Imagine living a life where setbacks don't shake you, where daily struggles don't cause stress, and where you're at peace no matter what happens. Sounds impossible, right? But for centuries, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus have taught us that this is indeed possible. By simply asking ourselves some powerful, guiding questions, we can reshape our thoughts, and in turn, our lives. Today, I'll walk you through 12 Stoic questions that will change your life. Each of these questions has the power to shift your mindset, and when approached with intention, they can lead to profound personal growth. Let's dive in. Question 1. What is in my control? The first question that Stoicism urges us to ask is perhaps the most important. What is in my control? Epictetus famously said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by the view we take of them." Here, he's highlighting the foundation of Stoic thought, the separation between what we can control and what we cannot. Think about how often we stress over things outside our control, whether it's the weather, someone else's opinion, or unforeseen events. By focusing only on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and reactions, we free ourselves from a lot of unnecessary suffering. Question 2. How can I respond rather than react? The second question we should ask ourselves is, how can I respond rather than react? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Responding means pausing, thinking, and then acting consciously. Reacting, however, often leads to regret or unnecessary conflict. By cultivating a response mindset, we not only gain control over ourselves but also become more resilient in difficult situations. Think of this as giving yourself a moment to breathe before letting your emotions dictate your actions. Question 3. What would a wise person do? Imagine if every time we faced a difficult decision, we paused and asked, what would a wise person do? Seneca reminds us that wisdom is the only true good. When we align ourselves with wisdom, we act with intention, clarity, and purpose. In moments of doubt, consider the actions of someone you admire, a wise friend, mentor, or historical figure. Picture how they would handle the situation, then try to emulate that behavior. This small practice helps us step outside our impulses and bring a calm perspective to life's challenges. Question 4. Is this essential? This question is inspired by Marcus Aurelius, who often advised himself to focus on what truly matters. Is this essential? Is a question that cuts through distractions and helps us prioritize what's important. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to get sidetracked by trivial pursuits. But when we ask, is this essential? We start to streamline our lives. Focusing our energy on what truly matters, whether it's relationships, self-improvement, or meaningful work. Question 5. What would happen if I accept rather than resist? Acceptance is a core Stoic principle. The Stoics believe that many of our struggles come from resisting reality. When we ask ourselves, what would happen if I accept rather than resist? We open the door to peace. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. Instead, it means seeing things as they are and choosing to focus on what we can change. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Question 6. How would I handle this if I were brave? Fear can be paralyzing. But Stoicism teaches us that bravery is not the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Ask yourself, How would I handle this if I were brave? And you'll often find that courage naturally follows. The Stoics teach that courage is a virtue, and bravery in the face of hardship allows us to grow. We can apply this question in everyday life, from speaking up in a difficult conversation to taking the leap toward a goal that seems just out of reach. Question 7. What's the worst that could happen? This is a powerful question that Stoics often use to counteract fear. What's the worst that could happen? By examining our fears, we often realize they aren't as daunting as they seem. Seneca advised practicing the premeditation of evils, to imagine the worst outcome so that we can face our fears more logically. This doesn't mean we dwell on negativity but rather prepare ourselves for challenges, so we're never taken by surprise. Question 8. Will this matter in 5 years? Imagine letting go of everyday worries simply by asking, will this matter in 5 years? So many of our daily anxieties lose their power when we put them into perspective. By looking at life from this broader angle, we remind ourselves that most problems are temporary. This question frees us from overthinking, allowing us to move forward with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. Question 9. What am I grateful for? Even the Stoics, who practiced rigorous self-control, emphasized gratitude. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." Asking what am I grateful for shifts our focus from what's missing to what we have. Gratitude helps us appreciate life's small moments and gives us resilience during difficult times. It's a reminder that contentment often comes from recognizing the value in what we already possess. Question 10. Am I acting with integrity? Integrity was vital to the Stoics, who believed that living in accordance with one's values was the highest form of fulfillment. Ask yourself, am I acting with integrity? This question keeps us aligned with our moral compass. Integrity means doing what is right, even when no one is watching. For the Stoics, this alignment between our actions and values builds self-respect and confidence. When we act with integrity, we live a life we can be proud of. Question 11. Am I being present? The Stoics often emphasized the value of the present moment. They knew that life unfolds in the now, not in the past or future. By asking, am I being present? We remind ourselves to live fully in the moment. As Epictetus said, the chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Presence allows us to make the most of every moment. Question 12. How can I serve others? Finally, a truly transformative question in Stoic thought is, how can I serve others? Stoicism isn't just about personal growth, it's about making a difference in the lives of others. Marcus Aurelius believed that we are all interconnected, part of a larger community. By focusing on service, we add meaning to our lives and feel a greater sense of purpose. This question reminds us that happiness often comes from lifting others, not just ourselves. Each of these 12 questions serves as a compass, guiding us to live more mindfully, courageously, and purposefully. Stoic philosophers believed that the path to a fulfilling life lies in how we approach each day, with clarity, intention, and compassion. By making these questions a daily practice, we can transform not only our mindset but also the world around us. Remember, true wisdom comes not from what we know but from what we practice. Start by choosing one question, and notice how it influences your actions, thoughts, and experiences. As the Stoics taught, the journey to a meaningful life is made up of small, intentional steps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video brought value to your day. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. And if you think someone else might find this helpful, please feel free to share it. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.